Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and it'll reduce your skill-based matchmaking, so feel free to join the community. Anywho's, so what I got for you guys right here today is a little bit of an Overwatch commentary. I know you guys haven't seen this game on my channel before, but I actually am a fan of the series and I used to play this game on the daily, get my rank up. I made it to Diamond before, I almost made it to Masters, then it kind of started to feel like I was bashing my head against the wall, so I kind of fell off as far as like playing the game on a daily basis. But yeah, I am a huge fan, and the reason that matters is because the Overwatch 2 beta came out recently, and I guess you could say it's kind of been a bit of an issue for the Overwatch community. The same way that I fell off playing Overwatch 1 back in the day is apparently the same way that the entire community is going to fall off before even trying to play Overwatch 2. The reason I say this is because the beta came out a week ago, and I will admit, even me myself, I was anxious as far as like getting the beta code and trying it out myself. So the first thing I tried to do was go on YouTube and pull up some gameplay so I could check it out myself from my favorite creators, of course. And you know, looking at it, I couldn't help but get like an immense feeling of like deja vu. And it's not even like the kind of good deja vu that you got from, for an example, like going from like Call of Duty 4 to like Modern Warfare 2. That's a good sense of deja vu. Not like it was a huge departure from the first game, but it's like it expanded upon what the first game already had as a foundation and made it better. On the other hand, what we have here is a negative sense of deja vu. For an example, that the kind you would get going from a game like Dead Space 2 to Dead Space 3, or a game from like Resident Evil 4 to like Resident Evil 5. The reason that is because, again, it is slightly different, but it's not really doing anything for me as far as like giving me a sense of like newness or a sense of like freshness as far as like playing that game. And when I say that it's not feeling new or it's not really doing anything for me, I'm speaking for myself and I'm speaking generally here. And honestly, I can say that the proof is in the pudding here, because according to this Forbes article that I'm looking at, Overwatch 2 beta on Twitch in particular, it peaked at around 1.5 million viewers, and in a mere 7 days they have fallen to approximately 15,000, which I feel like that could have happened for a couple of reasons. First things first, let me say that that is extremely disappointing. How do you go from 1.5 million to 15,000? That's a clear indication that you're doing something wrong. One of the first things that I think they did wrong when it comes to how they handled this beta was obviously this thing was very overhyped. And I'm not going to say that like that's entirely their fault, because obviously you want to generate some type of excitement or anticipation for your product, and of course you want to have large creators do the same thing, which I'm pretty sure that's like where like a large portion of the viewership came from. It's like just really big creators like Dr. Disrespect there, whoever was like, hey, Overwatch 2 beta is out, let's look at it, let's try it. But like at the same time, another way you could get into the beta was by watching your favorite creator play it for like 4 hours, and then at that point they would send you a free code. So it's like, at first they were giving it like this false sense of like exclusivity, like where, oh, you can only get it if you sign up by email, and we send it to a select portion of whoever signs up. And then it turns out like, oh, you can just watch it and then everybody can participate, which I'm pretty sure that's where a large portion of the viewership came from. It's just people who wanted to like try it out for themselves, so they watched 4 hours of gameplay from somebody else who got it initially. And yeah, that definitely leads to it being overhyped, especially when it's like a bland product to begin with. So yeah, all that being said, if your main motivation was I just wanted to try it out myself and this is the only reason that I'm watching it, it only makes sense that 90% of everybody who was watching the beta fell off once they got their actual beta code and they could try it themselves. And then what's worse is that once they did try it themselves, they realized that what they were playing is essentially Overwatch 1.5 instead of Overwatch 2.0. And this leads me into my other point. I feel like Overwatch is definitely dropping the ball here, because what they're doing is they're not necessarily showing the people what they want to see or what we were actually looking for. And what I believe that is the co-op slash campaign type gameplay features or improvements, because obviously that's what Overwatch is missing, or that's what Overwatch never had before. So that's what people want to see. Like, how can you expand upon what Overwatch already is and make it a better game? And I just feel like what they did is they made some small minutia improvements to the multiplayer, and then they pushed it out and like, hey guys, try out the multiplayer so we can see how the balance is, or like what's working, what's not working, what we need to change. And if you were just going to do it as like a multiplayer test, then I don't know. I feel like more of the emphasis should have been put on that, because I think what people were expecting was something fresh, something new, and something exciting. And essentially, what we got is 5v5 multiplayer Overwatch instead of 6v6 multiplayer Overwatch. So it's like, oh, we took one player out. Oh, look what we did. It's super exciting. And I mean, yeah, people will play that for a day or whatever, and yeah, it's just gonna fall off. And that's literally what happened. You can see it. Like, nobody's watching this, nobody's playing it, and yeah, man, I just, I don't know. They really dropped the ball with this, and I think what they should have did with the beta was show off some more co-op slash campaign, or like show off some new abilities, show off some new characters. Besides one, the only new character I really saw was Sojourn, and it's like, whatever. Like, you could have just added that to the original Overwatch game. I just don't really see the point of this beta. I feel like it was overhyped. I feel like it was a glorified like multiplayer test or stress test or something like that, and I feel like it was a waste of a download, or a waste of download space for a lot of people who tried it out. But if you did play the Overwatch 2 beta, I do want to know, like, what do you think about it? Did you enjoy your time on it? Have you been watching it? Have you stopped watching it? Did you fall off like the other 1.5 million people who were allegedly watching the Overwatch beta? Waste of time, if you ask me. But I do appreciate you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Black guy out.